Greetings everyone, welcome to a video where I do a vinyl finds of all kinds, and this means really no Beatles in this. It's everything but the Beatles. When you see those titles, that's what it means. And I don't expect this one to be too long, so let's get it going. First off, an unusual 8-track tape. All 8-track tapes are unusual these days. Vicki Lawrence, The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. No, I do not have an 8-track player, but I do sometimes collect oddball tapes. Why do I have this one? Well, I have the vinyl of this album. It actually turned out to be a pretty good album. I grew up with the song. I was just a kid when this song, The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia, was on. I don't care what anybody says about it. I love the song. Brings back memories. Really terrific. And this was free. This was given to me for nothing. So it's a no-brainer now, isn't it? I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's nice to have. And I like that it's in the red plastic shell instead of the usual, black. That's what happens when you collect, folks. You just get all kinds of stuff, right? Okay, next up, this is a really cool item that I got for $1. This is a big, huge box. Johnny Cash, Born to Sing. And I'm going to go through this a little bit for you. This is in really good shape. Got it for $1. Just the $1. And it also says featuring Jeannie or Jenny, Jeannie C. Riley on the bottom. And I have to tell you, I listened to her. I liked what I heard from her as well. I already know I like Johnny Cash. But I sampled some of this and it was really good. In here are, I believe, 10 records. Oops, there goes the flap. And so much stuff in here, too. Some of you are into this kind of thing, so those who aren't can skip ahead, but for those of you who appreciate it, I mean, you've got all kinds of paperwork on this. Robert Warren, the vice president of the I can't say it, Longines Symphonic Society. Advertisement, other stuff here, Nat King Cole, advertisement, Glenn Campbell. This is quite a book, has a lot of stuff in here. Just for one, Judy Garland, advertising other kinds of similar box sets, it looks like. And anybody that likes Tennessee Ernie Ford, I remember him from I Love Lucy, cousin Ricky. I like Ricky Riccardo, so all kinds of stuff here, that I really can show you. Highlighting this. Comes along with it. Did I cover everything? There's so much stuff. I don't even know if I've covered it all. This is your 3-year guarantee of satisfaction. You got 3 years guaranteed. See what you think of this, if you like it or not. And I played a bunch of this already and liked it. And as I said, also the lady involved too, I liked. Now, I said it was a 10-record set. Is it 10 records or I don't? Maybe not. 8 records. 2, 3, 4, 5 records. Okay. 10 sides. That's where I got mixed up. 5-record set. 5 records. All of these are in like perfect shape. I don't think they were played at all. No spindle wear. No. Anything with the records, so they sounded really good. And on the records you have you have Miss Riley on one side, you have Johnny Cash on the other side, so they share sides. Every other side is somebody else. Mr. Cash and Miss Riley, and that's what we have. Okay, next up, I'm going to change gears a little bit. Something a little more modern, very much more modern. Hold on a minute. And I don't have it prepared, but now I got it. record store day. This past record store day, I think 2019, maybe, right? Yeah. I didn't pick this up. Didn't know if I wanted it or not, but my curiosity got the better of me. Cherie Currie from the Runaways. This is new. This is modern. It's 2019. Uh, Boulevards of Splendor. She's from the Runaways originally. Joan Jett's band also. Lita Ford. And the reason I picked it up was because some of the songs on here are her doing a version of Roxy Roller, which I know already, and also Dragging a Line, Tommy James. The Air That I Breathe is on here, which I'm guessing is it the same one? Might be. I don't know. But I'm going to do a sealed to revealed here just to make this video a little more interesting. And I got the X-Acto knife that I like to use. Anybody want to see that there? There's a special reason. This is on colored vinyl, too, which will be interesting. I usually take my finger here. I don't like to risk damaging anything here. So, all right, let's go. Okay. Colored wax. There it is. And I always say, a lot of times it looks much nicer here when I'm looking at it than it does on camera, you know. I don't think the camera does it justice. It looks a lot more cherry red. So, hello, anybody see me through there? All right. So that's very nice. And I'm going to want to hear this one. You know, I had a couple of Cherie Currie albums on her own. I had one called Beauty Is Only Skin Deep, which I did not like. I hated it, as a matter of fact. And there was another one, Cherie and her sister Marie, Cherie and Marie Currie. Didn't like that either. But I'm going to take a chance on this one because, I don't know, some songs here that I'm interested in hearing her versions of. I think what I really didn't like so much about the other ones I just mentioned was because I didn't like the material, you know. Sometimes you like the song, sometimes you don't. Okay, here's an odd record. I also talked about this record on my last first time spins that I did, if you look back. And it's called Music to Break a Sublease By. And somebody said in the comments something that I had been thinking about. I just mentioned I Love Lucy not too long ago. There's an episode when the Ricardos, Lucy and Ricky, are trying to get out of their lease, so they make a big loud ruckus at a party, and he says this is or maybe Lucy made it up. She called it El Breco El Liso, an old Spanish routine that they do. Basically, let me tell you, this album is a lot of fun. I played it when I first heard it at my store before I purchased it. And it's on, this is one of my very favorite labels. You know, I love this label. I just don't know what it is about it. ABC Paramount. I love that label. One of my very favorites. Great shape. They sing a lot of old tunes here. The idea is, this is Don Costa. Don Costa's Freeloaders, which is a really great name. And the idea is I think they recorded people in a flat, just having a great time, drinking a lot, eating a lot, bringing food and drink and merriment in here, and just being loud and straightforward when you're having like a crazy party and just everybody's just singing and having a good time. And they sing all kinds of old stuff here, like 5'2", Eyes of Blue. Has anybody seen my gal? That one. There's a song here, When You Wore a Tulip and I Wore a Big Red Rose, which I knew from the Three Stooges. There's Ed Wynn. The Three Stooges are on the Ed Wynn TV show, and Shemp is with them, and they sing that. And just stuff like Who's Sorry Now, Seems Like Old Times, Music Goes Round and Round, My Melancholy Baby, By the Light of the Silvery Moon, There is a Tavern in the Town, Good Night Ladies, and Merrily We Roll Along. You know, just like a real raucous good time, guaranteed to get anybody thrown out by the landlord. Which is like, I just love the novelty of it. You know, the sheer novelty and insanity of this. I really like the idea behind this record. All right. The rest of what I'm going to show here, you know, these are things you pick up for $1 or a quarter. These are kind of things. I still collect these once in a while when they're like a quarter or 50 cents or something. You know, Earl Hines. I like honky tonk piano. Lou Stein plays honky tonk piano. I love the sound of an old rickety honky tonk piano. And I like Dixie music too, Dixieland music, the Dukes of Dixieland. And, you know, I did a lot of videos on this a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, where I found a lot of these for ultra cheap. Thanks everybody for watching, and I hope you had some fun with that. See you soon.